All right, this is your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honor to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the aqua that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled Black Man, This Word in Mississippi. Okay. And only reason why I'm saying this word is because I recently received a strike on my channel because of so-called hate speech, and I just want to be careful with what I say within this video, because this is definitely a strong topic. You know, a lot of things can be said from this article right here, and you know, just don't want to receive a second strike or anything like that. So I'm just gonna be careful with what I say. We're going to grab the scriptures and then we're going to close it out. All right. So as you can see within the caption right here, this is from the Washington Post. It says a black man was that. It says his mother says he told her Esau were chasing him. Edomites were chasing him. We're going to use that actual biblical names to code word this caption right here. But anyway, we're going to read a little bit of this. And then, like I said, we're going to grab some scriptures. All right. It says the family of Rasheem Carter is calling for a federal probe after Mississippi authorities said there was no foul play in his 2022 death. All right, and as you can see, it says updated March 14, 2023. All right, then it says the family of a black man is calling for a federal investigation into his death after local authorities in Mississippi said they did not suspect foul play after the man's body was found. That it says police say his wounds may have been caused by an animal. It says Rasheem Carter, 25, called his mother for help in early October, telling her that a group of Edomites in 3 trucks were chasing him and yelling racial slurs at him in Laurel, Mississippi. His mother, Tiffany Carter, said at a Monday news conference in Jackson. It said his remains were found in the woods roughly 20 miles away outside of Taylorsville, Mississippi on November 2nd after he had been missing for about a month. Then we're going to scroll down, and it said the Smith County, Mississippi Sheriff's Office said the next day that it had no reason to believe foul play was involved in Carter's killing and that the investigation is ongoing. Carter's family and civil rights attorney Ben Crump criticized authorities Monday over the investigation and what Crump said appears to be a hate crime. Crump noted Carter's autopsy, completed February 2nd, found that his head was severed from his body and other body parts were in different locations. Then it says he called Carter's death a nefarious act, an evil act, and urged the Justice Department to take over the investigation as a civil rights case. Somebody murdered Rasheem Carter and we cannot let them get away with this, Crump said at a news conference. There is nothing natural about this. It screams out for justice. What we have is a Mississippi. There you go. Like I said, I'm going to be careful with my words. Then it says, hold on, let me see how much. Oh, they got a lot to this. All right, we ain't going to read all of this. We don't have to read all of this. We can stop right there. But, you know, we got the point from this article, all right? So, what's his name? Hold on, Rasheem Carter, all right? He's been missing since October. He called his mother for help and everything like that. And then a month or 2 later, you know, they found his dead body, and they said, you know, his body parts were pretty much scattered wherever they found the body at, okay? And they saying that this could have been an animal attack. But, you know, of course, you know, they have evidence of things of him calling and then him being chased and all of these different things. And then you got to put into mind that this did happen in Mississippi. You know, Esau's true spirit definitely rages down there and you know, down south, all right, because we already know down south, you know, Esau feels comfortable being himself, all right, and they definitely do that up here, up north and everything too. This is not a thing where they just showcase themselves in the south. You know, wherever Esau is, he's going to be himself. That's him. So, but at the end of the day, we understand that they're a little bit stronger down south. But as we've been saying, we've been telling you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that things like this are going to continue to happen because we are still living in enemy's territory. We're living in America, aka Babylon the Great. Things are going to continue to be like this because we are under the curses and our enemies do not love us. This is why we always say, be careful. Don't be coming buddy-buddy with a lot of these people. And of course, you know, it's just not Esau. You know, we don't like being around a lot of our own people. But that's not the point for this video. The point of this video is this right here, okay? It says right here, black man was that, all right? His body parts were found. And, you know, they talking about an animal did it. And then, you know, the sheriff, like, they feel like there's no need to go further into the investigation. Because you already know a lot of them are a part of it. A lot of them, you know, will realize that a Negro or one of us, Israelite, you know, got into a situation, and they'll be like, oh, okay, well, that's a good thing. That's how they look at it. And, you know, the people that's up in authority as far as police officers and judges, lawyers, whatever the case may be, when they look at a situation, they see that it's one of us, a so-called minority, they'll do something to be like, okay, we're going to let this slide. Because ultimately, that's what this world wants. Esau wants to get rid of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They do not want you all to exist. This is why the system is built for you to fail. But that's all within the scriptures, though. That's all within the curses. The Most High said he was going to have these things happen unto us because we went against the commandments, statutes, and laws. But we do understand that foul play like this will get to the point where race riots may happen. Well, you know, we understand that those things are going to happen. I ain't going to say may happen. Those things are going to happen. Because just like we saw the example in 2020, as soon as that one video went viral, Jake went crazy. And all we need is just one more incident like this where Jake doesn't receive justice. And guess what? Jake is going to get roused up again. And you know what? We're going to begin with that. We're just going to go ahead and get it, man. Let's get Genesis 49.
This app called Shut Eye shows you everything you do.
Yeah. I ain't got to listen to your voice. Let's get Genesis 49. All right. And then we're going to go to verse 8. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp for the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Hold on. That's not verse 8. Salakia. I got confused because things scrolled down on accident. This is verse 8. It says, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Exactly. That's what's getting ready to happen in the future once Yahushua comes back. Everything that's been happening to Judah, the so-called Negro, all right, he's going to get his revenge through the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's going to be one of the first things that the Most High is going to allow Judah to do, okay? Then it says, thy father's children shall bow down before thee, because we all understand that our enemies, starting with Esau and the rest of these heathen nations, they are going into slavery for 1,000 years. They're going into captivity. Revelation, all right, 13:9. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the faith and the patience of the saints, all right. Verse 9, it says, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? That's right. Who's going to get Jake to the point where he realizes it's time for him to fight back and do something about the atrocities and the problems that he's been going through for the longest? It's going to be his enemies. His enemies are going to continue to do things to him and against him, and Jake is going to get tired of it one of these days. Jake is going to get tired of it, man. And like I said, we already been seeing Jake, you know, gear up and do all these different things and whatever. You know, they think they're going to have a chance going against Esau in his prime with his blessing, which is a sword, you know, but Jake is going to do that anyway. But this is what's going to rouse up Jake, because Jake is going to realize that they keep getting into situation after situation after situation, and they realize they're being done dirty every single day. So one of these days, something's going to happen, and you're going to see some major things happen in these streets, man. All right, verse 10, it says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Speaking about Yahushua. All right, this is going to continue to happen until Yahushua comes back. Yahushua is the end all be all. Once Yahushua comes back, that's when these problems against the Israelites stop. Okay, like I said, I'm going to watch my words, because I don't want anything to happen to this video, and I don't want anything else to happen to this channel. All right, so let's go to Psalms 55, and We're going to go to Psalms chapter 55. We're going to go to verse 1. Let me get rid of this real quick. It says, give ear to my prayer, O power, and hide not thyself from my supplication. Attend unto me and hear me. I mourn in my complaint and make a noise because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked. And we all understand that the wicked is Esau, the so-called white man. It says, for they cast iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me. What's his name? Hold on. Rasheem Carter. I forgot his name that quick. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Rasheem Carter. All right. He went through a situation where he literally felt the wrath of Esau. All right. To be, put in pieces and scattered, the body parts everywhere. That's a act of wrath. That's an act of cruelty. That's an act of, very, very, high violence, man. Okay, this is a thing where literally he felt that oppression, and ultimately, now it's judgment from Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. But at the end of the day, the Most High did put the spirit upon Esau to do that, because the Most High is setting Esau up for the checkmate. Okay, because every single thing that Esau does now, just like the scriptures say, he requires which is past. Everything that he does now, he's going to have to pay for it in the future. But we understand that we're going through this. Verse 3 again, it says, because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked, for they cast iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me. Esau hates you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And that's one thing you all need to realize. A lot of you all keep trying to get comfortable in this society and not realizing that you're not supposed to be comfortable here. This is your enemy's land. All right. Even though they stole it from Gad, all right, they still made this land theirs. And there's nothing that you can do about it, man. You cannot go against Esau, man. You're supposed to serve your punishment until Yahweh Shai comes back. And he's getting ready to come back. We're seeing the signs, right? We're seeing everything happen. We're seeing the prophecies happen right before our very eyes. We're getting ready to get up out of here, man. But we understand that we're not supposed to be gearing up and getting guns or any of those things. We're not doing none of that. All right, this is not our fight. This is Yahweh Shai's fight. This is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's fight. The scriptures say, wait on the Lord. The Lord is going to come back and get the revenge on the enemies. All right, because ultimately Esau did things to the Lord as well. Okay, so the Lord is definitely going to come back and get his revenge, but that's what we wait for. We wait for the return of our Lord. But we do understand that we are oppressed by the wicked. These things are going to continue to happen. Verse 4, it says, my heart is sore pain within me, and the terrors of death are fallen upon me. Fearfulness and trembling are come upon me, and horror have overwhelmed me. That's definitely a horror story that Rasheem went through. That's a horror story, man. All right, you can just imagine, 3 down south Edomites chasing you, and you already know they got that evil voice. You already know they riding in those dirty ass cars and everything like that, and they chasing you. You ain't got nowhere to go. You in the open somewhere where nobody can hear you scream, nobody can do anything. Probably grabbed you, took your phone. And you already know Esau is weird. Esau didn't just get him and then it's like, okay, yeah, let's do what we have to do to him and then leave him alone. Man, that boy probably went through a lot of torture, man. Went through a lot of torture. But like I said, the Most High is setting Esau up. He's setting him up, man, because this is not going to continue to happen forever. But what Rasheem went through was a horror story, because we are in the land of our enemies, man. We are oppressed every single day. But this is getting ready to end, man. Getting ready to end. This is spoken about in the book of Deuteronomy. When you go to the curses, Deuteronomy 28 and 28. All right. When you read verse 15 on down, it tells you these were the curses that was going to come upon us if we went against the commandments, statutes, and laws. We didn't follow Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. He said we were going to go through these things. All right. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 28. It says, the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart, and thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Nobody's going to save you from these situations. Just like Rasheem he couldn't be saved from that situation. He allowed Esau to catch up to him, and that situation happened. These are part of the curses, man. We supposed to be oppressed. We supposed to go through this because we went against the Lord. And this is what we keep trying to tell you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's time to get right, because the word is out here, man. It's out here. Everybody knows about the Israelites. Everybody knows about the truth. It's in all kind of songs now, movies, commercials, video games. It's in everything, man. There's no excuse. Like the scriptures say, there's no excuse. We trying to give the warning to tell you, you need to get right with the Lord, because the Lord is getting ready to bring even greater judgment than the story we just read, man. That's only a glimpse of what the Lord is getting ready to do to this earth. So that's why we trying to tell you, get right with the Lord, man, because the Lord is not going to discriminate. Yeah, he's going to get back at his enemies, of course, but in the midst of it, he's going to get you 2/3 too. Because you all do not want to acknowledge the Lord. You don't want to acknowledge who you are. So things got to happen, man. But we do understand, like I said, that the Most High is setting up Esau, man. He's setting up Esau so he can checkmate his ass, man. All right? But we'll end it with this. We're going to get Ezekiel 35:5. Whenever you hear stories like this, you always just got to bring this out, man, because this is definitely proof on who Esau is today. So let's see. We can just get straight to the point. This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right. So this is what's going to happen to our enemies. The Most High is setting Esau up. He's like, all right, since you want to continue to slay your brother, because he is our brother, right? Because you want to continue to slay us in wrath and hate and oppress us every single day. The Most High like, okay, I got to do something about this, man. I got to get rid of him, and he is. But he's going to make sure that Esau goes through what he needs to go through for 1,000 years, which is slavery. And he's going to receive double. He's going to fill that cup up so they can drink it, swallow it down. It's going to be double. Everything that Esau is doing unto us right now is going to be double, which means way worse in the kingdom. And this is what we're waiting for, man. We can care less about prospering in America. We can care less about success. We can care less about, anything, man, because we're not living here. Just like I read this thing the other day. It's like, yeah, man, we go to work all year round just so we can take off 2 weeks out of the year. We go to work for 8 hours just so we can go home and sleep for about 4 or 5. Then we got to keep doing it over and over and over and over again. We're not living here, man. This society is set up for people to go crazy, for failure, for people to be complete zombies, man. And this is why this place got to go. And like I said, getting back to this, because, I'm going off topic. But it says, therefore, as I live, said the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Esau does not hate blood. He loves to see us suffer. And like I said, these type of stories right here, right here are going to continue to pop up. They're going to continue to pop up. This is not the end. Until Yahushua comes back, this is going to happen, man. All right. But this is going to be one of the things that gets Jake roused up, like we just read in Genesis 49. One of these days, Jake's going to be like, okay, I'm getting tired of reading about these stories. I'm getting tired of going through these situations. I'm getting tired of us dying in these streets because of them. Something is going to happen, man. And it's going to make 2020 look like a baby. It's going to make 2020 look weak. Now, you're going to walk outside, you just going to see it, man. People going to be in grocery stores or wherever the case may be. And you just going to see things happen, man. Just going to be seeing people get attacked and all of these different things for no reason. But we understand why, though. So, at the end of the day, like I said, these things are going to continue to happen. And, hey, man, just get ready for it. Let's get ready for it. Yahushua is getting ready to set this place up for destruction, man. So stay prayed up, keep fasting, and let's hope that Yahushua comes back sooner than later. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwat that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharana. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.